Hello, it's Michelle with markandmichelle.com, and I have a question for you, and I want you to really think about it for a second, okay? The question is, how do you want the rest of your life to look like? What do you want it to look like? I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're 50, maybe you're 60, and maybe you're 20. But let's say you want to work at your job or find a dream job and work that job until retirement. And by retirement, you have a house that's paid for, and you have all the money in the world in your retirement savings account, plus you're getting Social Security from the government, and you live happily ever after, traveling, doing whatever you want to do. So that's not realistic for this day and age, right? I mean, by the time I retire, and I'm 44, by the time I retire, there will be no Social Security. The chances of you being in the same job for 20, 30 years, not very likely. And retirement, the retirement age is getting pushed off to 70s or even 80s. Age 80. Can you imagine retiring when you're 80 years old? I don't know if you've read my previous couple of blogs on this subject, but the statistics are enormous for the fact that Social Security will not be around any longer, and retirement age is going to be pushed off even further than it is now. And the chances of people these days retiring, unless you have already built a huge retirement nest, which I hope that you have, we're not retiring. Nobody's going to be able to retire. Everybody's going to have to keep working. The line outside Walmart is going to be huge for the greeter position because the age for retirement is just not possible these days. And so I need you to look very closely at your life and what you want to get out of the rest of your life. Do you want to be able to have time freedom, time to retire and relax and enjoy your family, enjoy your grandkids, enjoy being in your own home that's paid for? Do you want to be able to travel? Do you want to be able to live in different countries? What do you want out of the rest of your life? Mark and I wanted to ride his employment until he retires and live comfortably on our 401k. And because I don't think any company offers pensions anymore, basically the only thing we would be able to retire and live on is our 401k, which we had borrowed against time and again because, when we needed money, that was the only place we can get it. So that was even going to be less than what we hoped for. But he lost his job last year, and that threw a big kink in our plan. And because he lost his job and I was a transcriptionist and only making $2,000 a month, I couldn't support a family of four. And so we had to cash in his retirement plan. So now bear with me for a minute. Mark is 50 and he hadn't found a job yet because he was overqualified from his previous position. We have no retirement savings. So either we change the direction of our life, or he will be working, or we both will be working as a greeter at Walmart when we're 85 years old. So we had to change the direction of our life. We were on the average path, which is the path that 98% of the people are on. Just by the way it is socially acceptable to go to college, graduate college, get a job, stay at your job for 30 years, retire, and live happily ever after. Although that is not the reality anymore of our world. And so stepping over from average path to the awesome path is a huge, huge step of faith to take. But in order to do that, you have to be realistic about your present. And you have to have dreams about your future so that you can see where you are in your present as you're stepping over into the awesome path, and then going from where you are in the present and working towards those dreams that you want in the future. That's the only way that you're going to get what you want out of life. Unfortunately, the way the world is now, there isn't much possibility for much else. So I want you to really, really think about the direction you want the rest of your life to go. And if you are close to retirement and you have that huge retirement nest, awesome. And I hope that you can live the rest of your life in that dream that you have hoped for the last 40 years. But if you're not close to retirement and you don't have that retirement nest that we need to live happily ever after, you're going to have to make a change. So I want you to think about your present situation and think about what you really, really want your life to look like, that dream, and step over onto the awesome path with Mark and I, and go from your present to your future towards what you want and what is possible. And so if you want to take a step towards that awesome path and you need a direction, click the link below and we will see you on the inside and we'll walk our paths together. Have a great rest of your day.